18 countries sang in semi-final 2 of Eurovision 2018, but only 10 made it through to the final. Should we talk about it?
Let's do this!
We ain't gonna yell in public, y'all. That is right. The 10 countries going through are Serbia, Moldova, Hungary, Ukraine, Sweden, Australia, Norway, Denmark, Slovenia, and
the Netherlands.
Yes, honey. Now, biggest surprise for me is probably that Russia, well, not a surprise, but Russia and Romania did not go through. This is the first time in the history of these countries at Eurovision that they have not advanced. It just goes to show that the jury and the televoters actually listen to music. This isn't just about, who you are. It's about the performance, and clearly these performances did not resonate with the public.
And I don't think we've ever had a Eurovision where so many powerhouses have gone. Usually it's like one random one. This year we've lost Greece, we've lost Armenia, we've lost Azerbaijan, Russia, Romania, bye. I didn't predict them to get through, but I was still shocked that they didn't get through in the end, because everybody was counting down the scores, and then they weren't, Poland went as well, and Poland are usually a guaranteed qualifier.
I know, but the saddest thing for me is Malta actually not advancing. But in terms of these powerhouses not qualifying, I think it's a great thing actually to review songs on their individual merits, and not just because sometimes I feel like when people review songs, it's often if this song was done by Sweden, you'd like it, but if San Marino does it, you would hate it. So I think it's really good that actually people are, there is no guaranteed spot at Eurovision anymore. You really need to up your game. Having said that, I am pretty shocked by some of the ones eliminated, particularly
Poland.
Not Poland.
You predicted Georgia, you predicted Malta.
Okay, hang on. Okay. Particularly Romania, because I didn't like it to begin with, but it really elevated and really improved, and actually it was banging by the time it sort of finished. We've just seen it now, so I'm surprised that didn't go through.
A lot of positive surprises. Slovenia, we were rooting for Leia Sirk. We just weren't sure if Europe would respond, but she did go through. It wasn't a Balkan blackout or wipeout. Instead, it was both Slovenia and Serbia slaying their way to the final. On the Serbia point, I must say, I respect that they've gone through. I really do, because I think they sound great. I was always a little iffy with the staging. I didn't always quite get it. Yeah. But clearly it did peak at the right time.
Yeah, I think that was the case with two songs tonight, Serbia and Australia, that they were songs that people liked beforehand, and then we saw the staging, and then we were so disappointed by the staging, I think our views were clouded. The same way we kind of elevated Romania artificially because they had such strong staging compared to before. What else? Oh yeah, and then Slovenia. I was just so surprised and pleasantly surprised, because I remember the night she was picked, we did the reaction video, and we said that we liked it, but we were worried that Europe wouldn't vote for kind of a powerful, independent woman singing in a foreign language. And obviously that's changed as well, and that's a good sign too.
Yes.
I have to say, the EBU do make an excellent TV show. When they first announced Serbia, as much as I love them, I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be full of surprises. And they went down the list, and by the time they came to announcing the Netherlands, we weren't even thinking we're going Malta, Poland. We'd even taken the Netherlands out, and it was like the Netherlands, but of course it did deserve to be there. What a great show, but mixed emotions for me.
The eliminated acts, just to review, are Latvia, Poland, Malta, Russia, Montenegro, Romania, Georgia, and San Marino. I think my heart is bleeding the most for Malta, Romania, and Poland. Poland I really thought was going through. I thought it looked great. I thought it sounded great. Maybe it's a little cheesy, but I like the snake dance from the dad. I'm really sad for
that. That was actually awful. Another thing I didn't like about Poland was being in the arena. It had lots of pyro. At the time the guy was doing the snake dance, you couldn't see the pyro, and they were just burning all that cash in the background, and the guy was just doing this. So why are you having that snake dance if you're going to invest in pyro? It just didn't make sense. The camera angles were really poor, and it was also a little bit flat. Yeah, light me up, and then you go into some really sleepy verses. Malta, my heart bleeds for Malta.
My heart bleeds.
And another thing as well with Poland, they can always be relied on to get the masses behind them and get the televote. And if anything, this was of recent years, this is the song that should appeal most to the masses, because they've had kind of power ballads the last 3 years before now that they're not a really popular genre, whereas this is current dance
and also,
music.
Avicii's Dead, right on that wave, but obviously it didn't even light up. This is deeply unfortunate for Poland, but I get the eye thing,
Who do you think won the semi-final? I want to say that Moldova did very well. I don't know if they won. No, Norway was flat tonight. He felt really flat tonight.
He didn't look himself. He didn't look well. Himself and Jessica Mauboy, we've seen them in rehearsals beforehand, and both of them looked kind of, I don't know what way, disheveled for some reason.
She was quite wet. I think she was going for a wet look, but yeah, this wasn't her finest performance, but hopefully that means she'll peak in the final. She's got her jitters out of her now.
It was her most interactive performance. She really got the crowd behind her. There was a point when she was giving the mic to the audience. Can I just say, this night has also been somewhat bizarre. Did you see Julia Samilova from Russia? Literally.
Let's reenact it. I'll be Julia and someone be the music.
Deep in the oceans, away to my heart.
Yeah, at times she wasn't singing. That was really curious, and I don't know if that's an eye trick. Like maybe we didn't see it properly, all 3,000 of us.
WTF. She just unveiled what truly happened. This is Frank Farian all over again with Milli Vanilli.
People have to pursue music in the way that works for them. I think she had a beautiful stage show. I loved the dancing. I loved the mountain. The vocals need a little bit of work, but there's time for her to improve for the next time.
Babe.
There's not going to be a next time. She's had two opportunities.
And you know what? The
Russia's
voters...
not San Marino. She's not coming
All right,
back.
the Netherlands did make it. What do you think about the Netherlands going through?
Oh, I think it's very respectable. I like the difference, I think it's important to have different sounds in the contest. The Netherlands, like it or don't like it, it is actually very different.
It's a quality song, and I think the juries probably recognise that, and possibly the public as well, because country is kind of, while it's niche, it's still rather popular. And yeah, I don't think he's riding on the Common Linnets, because if you were to look at the Common Linnet staging and look at Wayland's staging, you'd kind of think these are not the same people. Because I was saying, if you have 50% of the Common Linnets and the same stage designer and you come up with this mess, I don't think Netherlands won or qualified with ease, but I expected them to get through, because the song at the end of the day, when you strip back the problematic staging, it is a good quality song.
Final point, let's all go around and say who our winner was, who we think won rather.
Oh my God. Moldova or Norway? I think Moldova.
I don't think we saw the winner tonight. The winner, I think, will come from either the automatic qualifiers or semi-1. Nobody had Fuego vibes, nobody had Toy vibes, nobody had La Forza vibes. But if I had to pick, I would say either Milovan or Benjamin.
Yeah,
Benjamin. I'm swapping.
I liked that, and he was probably first or second. I did find the performance a little cold, to be honest. It felt very sterile and programmed and calculated. I think he sold it very well, but I kind of prefer Heart, and for that I go to Moldova. I don't think they won, though. I bet you Sweden won. But yeah, I hope Moldova and Ukraine were up there.
But it's an interesting thing about this semi, actually, that Porrick pointed out, because, even if you look at it regionally, Best Benelux, surely we lost it in semi-final 1, if you even look at it like that. So,
but even now, the Russian bloc that is usually so powerful, only Ukraine and Moldova are left.
Moldova's going to get 12 points from all of these countries. I have a feeling. I think in the final, Moldova is a huge threat.
Yeah.
I really do. Because that Philip Kirkorov, most famous Russian pop star, the past few decades.
And even tonight on Instagram, Sergei Lazarev, he tagged Philip Kirkorov and Dorados. He just said in passing that Russia were performing. There was no tag for Julia Samilova.
It's really interesting. Moldova slay the way to the top. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Who is your winner for semifinal 2? Who do you think the jury went for? And who do you think the televoters went for? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.com.
We're still here until Saturday, so make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications.
I'm going home on Sunday.
So am I. And be sure to follow us on social media platforms. And there's also a live stream going on, so be sure to tune in.
Suzanne and Robin.
Absolutely. See you later.
Bye.